Oh, hey guys, it's Caitlin again. I'm recording all these videos on the same day. So what happened is on October 3rd, well actually October 2nd, I was in extreme pain, so my fiance rushed me to the hospital. The pain was like to the point where I couldn't walk, and they think this is where it all started. So I was having regular contractions, but they figured because I was in early labor they could stop them, which they did. Little did they know that the reason I was having contractions and I was in so much pain is because my placenta had erupted. With placenta eruption is like sometimes you'll have bleeding and sometimes you won't, so the blood was actually pooling inside my stomach and they had no idea that was going on because like they never did an ultrasound on me. It just seemed like I was going in there for early labor and they were able to control it with morphine and gravel, and I was able to sleep it off. Then I woke up around so they admitted me to the hospital just to make sure like nothing was going to go on. Around 2 a.m. I woke up with extreme pain, so I went to the bathroom. It felt like I had to push, basically. I went to the bathroom, and when I got up, there was so much blood, I panicked. Like, I've never seen so much blood before. It was clotted, and it was just really, really bad. There was a lot. So I called the help button. Remember what you do when you're in the hospital, there's like a little help button. And 2 nurses came rushing, and they told me to go lie down. Like, they took pictures of it with their phones, and like then they went and called the doctor, because the doctor was on call. They went and called the doctor, and like it was pretty serious. Like as soon as they checked me, I was still only 3 centimeters, so they didn't think I was in labor, but they didn't know what was going on because there was a lot of blood when they checked me. It was just pouring out. So the doctor came and he did a physical on me as well. He also used the thing that you use basically for a pap test, and they called my fiance because he wasn't there at the time, so he came rushing. And when he came in, he said that there was so much blood pouring out that he was even scared. So then what happened is he said, "Caitlin, I'm sorry, but you have to have an emergency C-section right now." And I was really panicked. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, no, like, I'm fine. Like, let's just do this naturally. Like, I'm ready to have a baby. I've never had a C-section before, mind you. I didn't know what was going on. My fiance was screaming at me, telling me to go have a C-section, have a C-section. Everyone was telling me, no one was telling me what was going on. So then I got rushed to a C-section, and he was born at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:03 in the morning. 6:23 in the morning, sorry. And he was 7 pounds, 9 ounces at 35 weeks, so he was huge. They prepared us that he would have problems feeding, but that he wouldn't have problems breathing. Little did we know it was the exact opposite. He had no problems eating once he finally was able to latch. I wasn't able to hold him for the first 2 days. He got a ventilator put into him because he couldn't breathe. He was having such a hard time breathing. It was really, really sad and really bad. His lungs were not mature at all. So when they say at 35 weeks the lungs are mature, my son's wasn't. And size does not matter because he was the biggest baby that they've seen at 35 weeks, and he was still having problems. So I actually didn't get to hold him until the 3rd day. The 4th day I got to finally try and nurse him. The 5th day they decided that they didn't want me nursing him anymore. They wanted to tube feed him again. So the 6th day I finally got to nurse him again. So then from there, from the 6th day on, I was nursing him. He was still getting tube fed in between feeds to make sure that he was getting enough. And then on the 7th day, they decided that I was able to spend the night with him. So I finally got to spend the night with him. And on the 8th day, that morning, he was discharged. So I'm going to show you guys him. The C-section, honestly, I don't know why anyone would elect to have a C-section. It's so painful, and it's like the worst recovery in the world. I would never recommend it. If I ever do have any more children, I'm definitely not having a C-section. I'm going to talk to my doctor about a VBAC, but obviously that's a long time away. I don't plan on having any more kids anytime soon. It was really, really scary. I was puking my guts out during the C-section. I don't really remember much of it. All I know is that they showed me my son quickly, and they rushed out with him because he was having respiratory problems. He never really had problems with sucking. As soon as I tried him on me, he latched right away. And he's got back to his birth weight now, if not more. He's back at his birth weight like 3 days after I brought him home. So I'm going to show you guys something. This is Channing. Hey, buddy. Normally I don't have him lying on the pillow, but we're just relaxing today because my fiance, he's gone to work, and I'm just home with him. And the other ones are at daycare. Just got home from dropping them off at daycare. Hey, buddy. And he's just so perfect. He was 19 inches long. We don't know how big his head was because they never were able to measure it because he had the CPAP. hat on, and then he got the ventilator. So he had a big tube going through his throat. It was literally sad. Ah, your eyes are open. Handsome. He's so handsome. Aww. She's actually 3 weeks old. So yeah, that's where I've been. I'm sorry I haven't updated you guys, but a lot's been going on, and it's been really hard to update you guys. I had a really bad recovery. I'm still recovering. It's only 3 weeks into my recovery. But yeah, if you guys are wondering where I am, I'm still alive. I had a baby, so I had him a lot earlier than I thought. I should be still pregnant right now, but unfortunately I'm not. And you know what? I'm glad in some ways. I'm kind of sad in some ways. I wanted to have a natural labor, and I feel like I got cheated out of it, but either way it was going to happen regardless. And I'm glad I was at the hospital when it happened, because apparently in placenta abruption you can actually both die from it in like minutes. And his water bag, when they opened this, they've never seen so much blood. Like, there was so much blood. So it was already going to him. Oh, I know, but I gotta go because he's starting to get hungry. And I'll talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye.